It's ended up being quite a tricky tie in the end here in West Sussex, Scott. It's finished 2-2. What were your thoughts on the game and kind of the ground itself, the atmosphere? It was quite a good game.
I knew it was going to be a tricky tie. I've spoke to a few managers that have played in this season, friends of mine that spoke really highly of Chichester, so I knew that we were going to be in for a real game, and I think we were. Are we happy with a replay? I think so, if I'm brutally honest, even though we were 2-1 up quite late into the game. I didn't think our performance warranted winning the match, if I'm honest. I thought they were a very good side, played exactly the way that we thought they'd play. They obviously very well coached, they like to get the ball down and play, and I thought it was a really good cup tie. So yeah, we're definitely not disappointed with being in the hat on Monday and playing at home on Tuesday. We know it'll be another tough game for sure, we know what to expect. They probably know what to expect of us, but I think we can be better. So that's probably the saving grace at the moment, that we're still in the hat. When I thought we were a bit sort of flat in the first half, even though we had a number of opportunities still, I just wasn't really happy with the tempo and the intensity that we maybe pressed at, which is usually our strong point.
Yeah, that opening 10 minutes, it was quite strong from Slough. We had a few good chances there, but it just seemed to turn after that 10th or so minute where they seemed to they were able to kind of suck our players forward. It was quite apparent after a little while, and obviously it ended up being the first goal with the ball over the top after our team was surged forward there. I suppose my question is, were you prepared for that? Was that something that was noted with them?
Yeah, listen, we didn't expect their number 9, Jimmy Wild, to get in behind too much, if I'm honest. We know that he's obviously a focal point and a really talented lad. I've seen a lot of his goals. I watched a lot of games on YouTube last night, just to sort of remind myself of what type of striker he is. So it's on another day, I think it skips through to Charlie, but the pitch has got a hell of a lot of rubber crumb on it, so it's nowhere near as fast as maybe some of the other 3Gs, and we didn't adapt to that quick enough. So no, credit to Chichester. I thought it was a really good cup tie. I think they can be really pleased with how they played today, and probably be disappointed maybe that they didn't go 2-1 in front. There was a ball that was bouncing around at the far post just before we scored, and it's moments like that that give you a second chance. It reminds me a little bit of Salisbury last year when we were absolutely terrible. We went back to our place on a Tuesday night, but we're not thinking that we've qualified for the next round just because we're playing at home on Tuesday. So we'll have to prepare properly now. Hopefully the boys will do the right things over the next sort of 72 hours. And fingers crossed we can get some fans in Con, because I know that obviously people have to pay to go to the game with it being an FA competition, but we don't want to have 300-400 people there. We need to make it a proper game. We definitely need the support that we obviously get. It was fantastic support here again today from our fans. So yeah, I want to get a good Tuesday night down at Albert Park. We're usually good on Tuesday night, but we need definitely the supporters to be behind us.
Yeah, definitely. I think they also got to see some good play in the end from us in that second half. The first goal being a bit of a strange one. It at first seemed like nothing was going to be given. We did play for a couple of seconds later, but eventually it was given. What was your view of the goal?
Yeah, no, I knew it had gone in, but we were screaming at the fourth official, like saying, please don't let this be a mistake. And it was the fourth official, I think, that gave it. He could obviously see the little corners of the goals. I have no idea why they use those goals, build those goals. We had it with Dan Bayliss the other day. We're not saying our goals are perfect, 'cause they're certainly not, but it's moments like that where a bit of luck's on your side. Even though the ball's gone in, the ref wasn't going to give it. So yeah, that was obviously that. And then the second goal, Kareem's shown some really good composure and a great finish to get us back into the game, which he'll be really pleased with. He's got, 20-25 minutes, I think, and got his first goal for the club. So it's yeah, certainly a great start.
Just to ask a little bit more about Kareem, how are you going to sort of balance that out when we do eventually have, obviously, Slavy back? Sam's played again today, got more minutes in the tank. And then you've also got the likes of the other forwards with David Bonner and Gareth Sogan. How is that going to work?
Don't know. No, it's one of those ones, like, we'll play 2 up top at times, we'll play 3 up top at times. It's just having options and I think a bit of variation. He's slightly different to a Quex and a Sam and a Slavy. So I've known about him for a while and he's trained with us a few times. He's had offers from other Conference South clubs and he made it quite apparent that he wanted to join us. We know that he's not up to fitness yet. So it could be a case of him going out and getting some minutes, get up and running and just see how we go in the meantime. So, but he's obviously done himself no harm today. When you score a goal, we'll have to obviously judge what we do, whether we keep him around us for a little bit longer. But we've had those conversations. He's a great lad. He fits the bill of what we like personality-wise. So it's down to me to balance the books. And that's why days like this are so important, because obviously finances to a club on FA Cup day are huge. And I didn't want to put pressure on the players, but we do need to win games in the FA Cup to be sustainable, to make life easier for people above me. So yeah, hopefully we can obviously do the job on Tuesday night, but we know it'll be tough. We've looked at the results in our league today, or the results of the other clubs in our league today, and I think I've seen 5 or 6 upsets, maybe out of 8 or 9 scores that I've seen. So non-league football's stronger than ever. I really do believe that. I've been a fan of it for years and years. Watch a lot of non-league, and I think every year each step is getting stronger. So yeah, listen, I'll never take my foot off the gas or underestimate anyone when we play someone in non-league, for sure.
Just finally then, I would normally ask you about the next fixture, but of course we are going to be playing Chichester again on Tuesday evening. Do you think you've learned enough from this game to know what you need to do on Tuesday?
Yeah, they don't make it easy for you. I think I spoke to the lads in there. We started off with a back 4, went to a back 3 at half time to try and be a little bit more front foot and get an extra man into midfield in terms of how we go and press. And I thought that worked really well. I thought we looked a much better side in the second half, and we played in their half for longer spells. But for me, I said to the lads, how did you find it? Because they're not going to send me the footage between now and then, so I can watch it back before Tuesday. And sometimes you see a different picture being on the side of the pitch. So yeah, we'll plan properly. I think we know what to expect. But they're a good side, so they pull you out of places and they drag you into holes where you don't really want to go, maybe as a defender or as a midfielder. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game of football, and just happy that we're in the hat on Monday with a big job to do on Tuesday.
Cheers, Scott, and we'll see you again on Tuesday night then for the very quick turnaround and the replay.
Cheers, Con. Thanks very much.
Thank you.